Prince Eugene of Savoy starts to hijack with the whitewash images. Right, it was from 1663 and he passed away in 1736. Better known as Prince Eugene, was the field marshal in the army of the Holy Roman Empire. We're talking about so-called black man. Was the field marshal in the army of the Holy Roman Empire in the Austrian Habsburg dynasty during the 17th and 18th century. He was one of the most successful military commanders of his time and rose to the highest offices of the state, the imperial court of Vienna. Born in Paris, Eugene was brought up in the court of King Louis XIV. The swarthy King Louis XIV, man, we just read about, man, of France, based on the customs that the youngest sons of noble families were destined for the priesthood. The prince was initially prepared for a clerical career, but at the age of 19, he had determined on a military career based on his poor physique and bearing, and perhaps due to a scandal involving his mother, Olympe. He was rejected by Louis for service in the French Royal Army. Eugene moved to Austria and transferred his loyalty to the Holy Roman Empire. Prince Eugene and His Times, a historical novel by L. Mulbach. 1894. Prince Eugene. And indeed, to a careless observer, the words were not inappropriate to his dwarfish proportions. Little people, huh? His head, which between his excessively wide shoulders was perched upon the top of a very long neck, was too large, much too large for his body. His face was narrow, his complexion swarthy. His complexion swarthy. His complexion so swarthy. His sallow cheeks high and sunken, a nose slightly turned up, gave an expression of boldness to his countenance, increased by the shortness of his upper lip, which exposed to view two large front teeth that were almost ferocious in their size. Damn! On either side of his high, narrow forehead, his hair, instead of being worn according to the prevailing fashion, was suffered to fall, and long elf locks about his ears, like a Jew, so-called Jew. It says here, War of the Spanish Succession, Battle of Blenheim. I just want to show you another source telling you Prince Eugene of Savoy was 41, a swarthy little man of mixed Italian-French extraction. A swarthy little man. Swarthy. So swarthy. We're in volume 2 of this. Webster's 1828 dictionary, okay? And once again, swart, to make tawny. Swartly, duskly with a tawny hue. Swarthiness, tawniness, a dusky or dark complexion. Swarthy. Definition A, or 1, being of a dark hue or dusky complexion, tawny. In warm climates, the complexion of men is universally swarthy or black. Swarthy or so-called black. There is no black. Ain't nobody black. That's the crayon color. But either way, you know what they mean. The Moors, right? The Moors are swarthy. The Moors, Spaniards and Italians are more swarthy than the French, German, and English. That's what they say here in 1828. I guess they forgot what Benjamin Franklin said in 1750. You know, let's not use crayon colors to refer to people and generalize. You know, let's just try to learn and let them learn. Let these people who are ignorant, let them learn. They can argue and talk all day, but we got sources and we got history. We got genealogy, you know, primary stuff here. Okay? Definition number 2 of swarthy. All right? Pay attention, everybody out there. Pay attention. Active listening is very important with this kind of stuff. That's why you're here, right? Because you want to know things about history, correct stuff. We're not here just to philosophize and blog, right? I'm not here just to blog and give my opinions, right? Definition number 2, black. That's what swarthy means. Definition number 2, black. Definition number 2, black. As the swarthy African, just like an African, not just talking about tans. Yeah, you can might apply swarthy dark because it means dark. You can use dark in many ways, right? So if we talking about dark complexion, yeah, you can use swarthy. Some people that might have a tan, but in general, we're talking about also so-called black people. The definition number two is swarthy. 1828 Webster's Dictionary means black. Swarthy means black. The swarthy African. Swarthiness, a tawny color. Swartish, somewhat dark or tawny. Swartish. Swarty. Swarty tawny. All right. So-called black. We clear? We clear with that? Before we get into the primary sources that are describing these people with these words, don't forget, it means black. So-called black. You see it? I highlighted it. Do you see? Don't pretend you're blind. Don't practice cognitive dissonance. Listen. Let go. Empty your cup. Empty your cup. I'm trying to help you see something. This might help you grow as a human. Be more conscious of certain things. Respectful of certain people. And get you off that ego trip. Get you off that stereotype, that racism, that prejudices. Come on now. Swarthy means so-called black, especially in these colonial primary source writings.